back here at Hagley Park, and the central point for us today is the Hagley Oval, and New Zealand playing South Africa in the second one-day international. And these are the two sides: Dean Brownlee, Tom Latham, Kane Williamson, Ross Taylor, Neil Broom, James Neesham, Mitchell Santner, Colin de Grandholm, Tim Southey, Ish Sodhi and Trent Bolt. That says the same side that lost the other day in the 34 over encounter at Seddon Park in Hamilton. Kepler Wessels, though, you've got changes.
South Africa have made 3 changes. David Miller is back in the side, so they'll be delighted with that. He's a very good player and adding more to this strong batting lineup. And then Dwayne Pretorius, with his all-round skills, he comes into the 11 as well. And then Wayne Parnell, an all-rounder as well. So they're the 3 changes from South Africa's point of view.
Well, Shane Bond, South Africa winning the toss, asking New Zealand to bat first, which was the case again in Seddon Park, but they just have to be better. Could be interesting for the first half hour too.
I think both teams got a surprise at the conditions in Hamilton. I think New Zealand batting first will hope that the wicket doesn't offer too many surprises here. History suggests if New Zealand can get 300 on this wicket, it'll be a winning score. And with that powerful South African batting lineup, they're going to need a total somewhere near that mark.
No Martin Guptill again today. We hear he's pretty close to being available. Perhaps the next game may be the one after, but that means the Latham-Brownlee partnership will be up against it again today. Tom Latham, it's a day that he really does have to deliver because he's doing the keeping as well, and that's great for the balance of the side. But the fact of the matter is, if he doesn't score runs, sort of doesn't achieve the goal, does it? 53 matches, pretty good average of 31, strike rate 79, but as a one-day international opening batsman and wicketkeeper, Tom Latham scores a 7-duck. Dean Brownlee, though, has come back after a little bit of time in the wilderness. And I don't mean that because of the beard, but because of the fact he's been out of the game for a while. At this level, has come back strong, very good against Australia, and he's looked pretty promising too the other night against the likes of Chris Morris, who did a great job. So Morris it will be to take the new ball again. Interested to see just what kind of bounce and carry it's got here and what kind of pace. 2 slips AB de Villiers has in place to begin with. Three inside the circle on the offside and a fairly wide third man.
He's been good on this tour. Chris Morris bowled beautifully in the T20 match and in the first one-day international.
Starts with a wide. Paul Rifle out in the middle adjudicating today with Chris Brown and Joel Wilson from the Caribbean as our third umpire with, I suppose, the chairman of the board. You call him upstairs. He's got the final say.
Quite a strong breeze today. It's coming over Chris Morris's right shoulder, so that should help him with his away swing to the right-hander.
Very good in the field the other night to South Africa. Saved themselves quite a few runs inside the circle. They get in close. Duminy on that occasion. They hunt up very close. They don't like giving away free runs to batsmen.
David Miller back in the team, so that's a huge plus from a South African point of view. Wayne Parnell back in as well. He needs a strong performance. And then Andile Pechlakwayo played a match-winning innings along with AB de Villiers in that first one-day international in Hamilton. And then Imran Tahir, of course, the best bowler in this format currently in the world.
Not too much swing there for Chris Morris. Obviously the first ball, which was wide as swung, but the breeze that's coming across the ground is the nor'wester. It's the hot breeze here in Canterbury, and that often means the swing won't be around. So that's one good thing from a New Zealand perspective. There was some talk about the wicket perhaps being a little bit underdone. Talks of tackiness. And that might bring about seam movement, but none of that either so far. So the surface, although a touch slow, looks pretty good so far.
First run off the bat, inside edge as it was. We'll say this about Tom Latham, though, having pointed out that he does need runs. He did get them here last time out. He scored 137 in his last one-day international here.
That middle, please. Russell. That middle, please. That is it. That too late.
Got out LBW to Chris Morris during that first one-day international. Be interesting to see what guard he's taking there. We already saw Dean Brownlee standing on off stump.
Off stump. There it is.
I just think he's been, from my observation, in Australia as well, in the Chapel Hadley, the ball's come onto the bat a bit quicker with the bigger, bouncier fast bowlers, and he's had difficulty combating that, which you wouldn't think, being a test opening batsman, would be too much of an issue for him. More a case of ball hitting bat than bat hitting ball. It's just been hurried up. The other thing that'll be on his mind is that in those 2 ducks, he faced 19 deliveries, so he hasn't scored a run. And there's another one there, so you've got to try and put that out of your mind. Every day is a fresh day. But it builds. It's just human nature.
One thing you've got to be careful of as a left-hander if he's done on off stump is that delivery that comes back in. It might help you to leave the ball outside off stump, but you've got to be aware of the fact that the LBW is very much on.
2 runs in the first over without the loss of a wicket. And that there is a perfect illustration of what I mean, the ball hitting the bat rather than the bat hitting the ball.
Scrambled seam there from Wayne Parnell. He's been struggling a little bit to swing the ball last couple of years or so. When he first burst onto the scene in 2009 in that T20 World Cup, he was brilliant. He bowled quickly, he swung the ball back in. But that in-swing, that late in-swing that he had, is just not there anymore.
Well, you look at Wayne Parnell's record, it suggests 2 things. He takes wickets, but he's a little bit more expensive than the other bowlers. So this may be a man New Zealand can target, or Parnell offers up a few more freebies than some of the other bowlers.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That's been his problem. He does get the breakthroughs sometimes, but he's been very expensive. This is why we always talk about a game plan when you play against South Africa. If you don't lose early wickets and you play Tahir well, then that bodes well for the team that's playing against South Africa. But if they get a couple of early wickets and then Tahir comes in, he controls the middle part of the innings quite beautifully.
Reintroduction of Miller back into the side. We assume he's back to bowl, he's back to do everything in his powers.
Yeah, to be fully fit now, his biggest asset is the back end of the innings. He's a really good finisher. He hits the ball a long way, and South Africa rely heavily on him at number 6 to finish things off.
Leading edge, just a little quick again for Dean Brownlee. Couldn't get the bat round in time, hit the front edge side of it. So a little lucky there. Petty, you getting any swing?
No, seam's still wobbly, it's just angling across. And with that angle, it's a slightly dangerous shot on a wicket that's a touch slow. So Brownlee, he'll be looking to hit that a little bit straighter, particularly on that line.
Away. Off stump.
They're standing on off stump again, Tom Latham.
Just the one run, a nice tidy start from South Africa. This just 3 for none after 2. Great to see lots of kids in here today. They'll be out in the outfield and lunch break, I assume. The red tops on, playing a little bit of cricket. It's a sellout.
It's a terrific venue for one-day international cricket, for all cricket in fact. He played pretty well, Dean Brownlee, in that first one-day international. He got off to a good start. Looked like he was set for a big score.
He's a good athlete, this fellow Morris. Took a good catch, get rid of Ross Taylor the other night in his follow through. And there again, you can just see, for a big man, he's very, very agile, flexible. Finally, you think you get one to hit, and how about that fielding? That is simply sensational. 4 to the good already, Miller.
Absolutely. They're impressive in the field, South Africa. Got some pace and agility in that cover area. JP Duminy, David Miller, AB de Villiers, Faf du Plessis, they field pretty well.
Dean Brownlee probably thought, oh, I'm away. I've got one in my zone and I've got a boundary. This time he gets the timing on the onside, and it's beautifully worked.
Well, patience is rewarded for Brownlee. They started well, South Africa, but Brownlee was happy to sit and wait for that bad delivery. Got 2 in a row, and this is the one where he cashed in. Nice half volley on leg stump, and there's good pace in this outfield.
Also shows with those 2 shots, it's not a bad pitch to bat on. You can play shots.
Impressive thing there was the balance of Brownlee. He was beautifully balanced. Played that ball nice and late, and he timed it beautifully. Just wondering how this strategy came about of standing on and just outside off stump. Maybe the 2 of you can help me. Is that something that the New Zealand batsmen have been doing?
Well, it's interesting because later when he's batting, we'll compare it, because he starts so far outside leg stump, but still gets himself into a good position with his head still, whereas this is quite clearly something that New Zealand have thought about as a tactic. Glorious cover drive, a beauty. And that is 11 for none. And that'll feel good to Tom Latham too. It was straight, but just eased into the onside, and possibility of 3, but just 2. Yes, this is a bit concerning.
Well, it is. I wasn't aware of anything. There was just another look at those boundaries in the previous over. That's AB de Villiers, and there's a look at that finger that obviously hurt. It must be an old injury, because that ball wasn't hit very hard, so he's just asked for some protection for his little finger. He's recovered from an elbow operation. He was out for a long time, so South Africa will hope that that's nothing serious.
Well, I hope it isn't too serious too, because I just enjoy watching him bat, watching him play cricket. Gone, Tom Tom Latham has hit it straight to forward square leg. Filiqueo's got a good, safe pair of hands. And Parnell has struck early, and not again for Tom Latham.
He's falling over, Tom Latham. He got out LBW in the first one-day international when he fell over, falls over this time as well. That's why standing so far on off stump from a left-hander's point of view doesn't always help. So that's a relatively soft dismissal. Exactly the sort of start that South Africa were looking for.
Latham goes for 2, and it's 13 for 1.
Let us in a stop.
Kane Williamson out very early again. Not the desired result, but you do want your best players to face a lot of deliveries, and here he's got a great opportunity to get a very good score. What a terrific performer he is. Great average, great strike rate. But the big crowd here at Hagley Oval have seen one of their favourite sons sent back very, very quickly.
Good start for Wayne Parnell. Talked about his knack of getting wickets. Oh, look at that dismissal. That's we talked about earlier. The left-hander standing on off stump. That doesn't always work because your head goes too far over to the offside, and then it's very difficult to keep the ball on the ground on the leg side. And also, if you're standing on middle and leg, or maybe even middle stump, then you can look to play that a lot straighter.
I think what's also different for New Zealand is missing that impetus that Guptill provides. It's a very different looking combination than Guptill McCullum. Oh, just short. And I'll say something about the pace in this wicket. It's a genuine edge. Well fielded by du Plessis in the end. Parnell again running the ball across the right-hander.
It's a bit of a worry, that, because it almost looked with his wrists as if he was looking to work the ball down to third man late. But it was in tight. You see the hand movement there. It's almost as if he guided it there. It wasn't a genuine edge. So an error there for Williamson that goes unpunished. And a great start for Parnell. He'll be growing in confidence out of this. 13 for 1. That's beautiful. That is Williamson trademark. That so good off the back foot in traditional ways.
Not an easy shot to play, but perfectly executed, Kane Williamson.
.24 for 1, 7 gone.
Nicely timed by Brownlee. His cover drove beautifully today. It should go all the way, and it does.
It's a beautiful shot from Brownlee. Certainly not a half volley. He's hit it on the up. Just wonderful timing. Not big movement of the feet, but got the hands through it beautifully. Showed us how quick this outfield is. Wonderful balance.
Yeah, because he's not a big strider into the ball, Dean Brownlee stays quite tall. Used to playing on reasonably quick surfaces. He can afford to hit the ball on the top of the bounce. It's not like someone who gets a long way forward trying to drive the ball. He stands quite tall, so he plays the pull shot, the cut shot very well. But you have a look at this, he only gets probably a half a foot forward. And he plays that cover drive. Nicely worked, beats fine leg. There is a fielder back. Beautifully timed again by Brownlee. Just shows how quick this outfield is.
Yeah, wonderful timing. Using the extra pace of Morris, just a little straight. It's just a little tuck around the corner, and that's raced away. It was quite interesting to see that shot you were describing before, Simon. Chris Morris's face felt as though he bowled it in good areas, just outside off stump, and a good length, and he's a little bit bemused that it got smashed through the covers before.
That's another good short ball. And you suspect that the surface will get harder and faster as the day goes on.
That's exactly what South Africa will be hoping. It's the reason they bowled first. Thought there might be a little bit of movement in there. It's perhaps a little bit slower. And as it hardens up throughout the day with the nor'wester, and that sun supposedly getting to 28 or 29 degrees, it will certainly bake it. And they'll be hoping it gets better.
Cut, hard, beautiful shot. 3 boundaries in the over. A very good one for Dean Brownlee and also for New Zealand. 8 gone, 36 for 1. That's a lovely shot. What a lovely cricket shot on the back foot, straight down the ground.
Yeah, it's a wonderful cricket shot. Hit it back from where it comes from. Just straight enough to beat the bowler on the stumps at the other end. It's not often in a one-day game when the ball doesn't look like it's been thrashed that you see mid-on and mid-off just give up the chase straight away. But that was such the timing. They knew they had no chance. Brownlee starting to look dangerous.
Follow this time. Straighted, but Brownlee's doing well. And Simon, you spoke about Brownlee standing tall. That's one of the shots you can play by standing tall. He doesn't have to move his feet a lot, and he can just stand there and punch, whether it be down the ground and through the covers. That's why people around, especially New Zealand, believe he's a very good middle-order player for Test cricket. Maybe not so much an opener. That's why he's done well against South Africa in Test cricket.
Right on.
Because the length and the natural length at the international game is shorter than domestic cricket, especially in New Zealand. A lot of cutters here, Pretorius, off cutters, especially to Williamson, trying to cramp him up. Got that mid-wicket in there.
Yeah, at that pace, you have to be very accurate. Angle of the ball is just bringing it back in the whole time. He's got that action that would suggest he's just going to hit the seam and nip it back at the right-hander or away from the left-hander all the time.
Beats mid-wicket this time. Should be a couple. They're running hard, but Parnell was there, so Williamson able to get some timing now and also some placement.
Does need to be careful, Hashim Amla, there for that exact shot. Just gets him ahead of himself a touch. I like it. It's learning. Bring the kids along, they will learn. Mathematics.
Using his feet. That is what you call clothing it, Simon Doull. Didn't really get any timing there. End of the over, 46 for 1. Lap shot, nicely played. There's a man back there, but he's running around. He does well. Duminy is the fielder at 3, so that's a good way to play, using the pace.
Well, not many, you could say, would pick that, but I'm not going to say Kane Williamson didn't, because he's that good.
Yeah, he may have, but he almost looks like he was getting in that position at the top of his delivery stride.
Flatter one. So 4 off the over. The 50's up. 50 for 1 off 12. Could be heading down. He's given him. Very straight and very full. And I'd say Brownlee's going to have a word to his skipper.
No, no point. No point. That is out. That is hitting middle and leg quite clearly. No point in even considering that. Nipped a little bit, but I think still out. Still out. If it's not middle and leg, it's leg, isn't it? Surely. Brownlee goes anyway. Have I called it too early? Who knows? 34 he's gone for, 53 for 2.
44 deliveries.
Ross Taylor closing in on 6,000 one-day international runs. He's out there because of the loss of Dean Brownlee. Simon Dool, you went early and said it's hitting leg stump. I'd like to see a replay because I think Dean Brownlee might be looking at the TV screen when he sits down and goes, oh no, maybe I should have reviewed that. But Ross Taylor, he's coming out the bat because of this very wicket. It was full, but it did grip in the surface.
It has actually gripped a lot more. A lot more. Yep, you're right. I've given it early. Much like Paul Rifle, so perhaps Paul Rifle and I might be sharing a beer later on tonight discussing that.
You can understand why he's given it out, though, because it looks very good. But when you see it slow motion, it definitely hitting leg side.
There we go, Simon Dool missing.
Wow. Wow. There wasn't even much of a discussion between Brownlee and Williamson.
Well, Brownlee wouldn't really know because it's turned and it's quite full, so it's under his eye line. And I suppose Williamson at the other end, see how wide he's standing. It is a tough one, but South Africa were brilliant in their reviews up in Hamilton. They used them so well.
To me, it looked like it was controlled by Brownlee. He thought he was out, and he got the nod from Williamson. Just to confirm it.
I just thought straight away, because of the angle, I don't know if I thought it was missing by that much, but see the turn, so it is considerably down leg. Oh, the quicker one to Taylor. Ross Taylor has been very, very aggressive against spin at the start of his innings this summer. Different against Tahir with the variations. And Dean Brownlee would also be one of these players. He's new on the side. Oh, he thinks it's pretty good. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste it. We'll probably need it further down the track. Maybe Kane or Ross. You're more important than I am.
Well, it's a prime example that it's there for the howler. He didn't think he was. He didn't think it was not out. He thought he was out, so he's gone. He hasn't hit it.
That's why I like the reason that there's only one. I think if there's only one, as you said, it's just there for the real obvious mistake. And that certainly wasn't.
He is really changing the pace up to Taylor. 96, the last delivery he faced, and then 87 is the wrong one. I'm not sure if Taylor picked it. An excellent over. New Zealand 56 for 2.
And it's a loose start, and Taylor picks up his first boundary.
Well played by Ross Taylor. That delivery just drifting down leg side. Ross Taylor, as we know, is very strong on his pads. He played this quite beautifully.
Good shot. Beautifully weighted. Not over hit, but sensibly hit. Lovely way to finish the 19th over, 82 for 2.
Excellent use of the feet by Ross Taylor, getting right to the pitch of the ball. So this is much better from New Zealand against Imran Tahir. employing a good strategy.
You can do that if it's not spinning square away from you, because as long as you get your pads down and your feet to the pitch of the ball, even if you don't look to score, you can get out. It's when he's got a vicious leg spinner going that can beat the outside of your defensive shot that you have trouble.
South Africa could almost look to move mid-wicket and cover straighter and ask Ross Taylor to turn the bat. Wicket holding just a touch.
Well, he got one bit of width. He doesn't give many, and good players put it away just like that.
Excellent shot, Ross Taylor. That cover drive through the extra cover position, played to perfection. He likes to get it up and out there, Imran Tahir. The wider one, he tries to drag the right-hander wider and then spin it back through the gate. But that looked like the attempted leg spinner, and he doesn't bowl this very often. Doesn't always have good control of it. That's one of the reasons why he hasn't been able to establish himself in the test side, because he doesn't have a stock delivery that's a leg spinner that turns away from the right-hander.
And again, Williamson, just very subtle change of stance. Gave him the opportunity to hit that line down the ground. Back-to-back boundaries in the air for Williamson. It's 98 for 2 after 21.
Got it away, hit it well and hit it in the gap. And the boundary is found. First one for a wee while. 113 for 2. Get up, get up. Go for 4.
Wonderful shot from Taylor. Some good innovation. Just gave himself some room and advanced. Exposed all the stumps. But everyone up on the offside. And he knew if he got enough of it, it was going to run away.
Yeah, really good cricket by both sides. It's a good example of one-day cricket. South Africa have been able to build some dots, build some pressure. You want to make the batsman feel uncomfortable, and Taylor's been doing that, but then he's been proactive and he's changed. So everyone will be reasonably happy with that outcome.
How fine has he got that? Not quite fine enough. It was a strange shot, that one from Taylor. It was a good shot, but it's not the one that... It felt quite Williamson-like in a way, didn't it? It was a Williamson go-to. Taylor often goes to the offside and tries to whistle it away over mid-wicket.
Yeah, and that's the point I was making, that the outcome they'll be happy with, because Taylor's played a shot that's very high risk for him. He doesn't often go leg side and go over cover. So they've asked him to play a shot that's high risk, and they could get a wicket because of that. But you've also got to give credit to Ross Taylor for recognising a good option, and it would have taken some real courage for him to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the key. It was a good option.
Oh, this could be 4. These are bonus runs. Was there a little bit of bat in that? Yes, there was.
Yeah, it felt like just a little bit of bat and thigh pad. Good over for New Zealand. 9 from it so far with the ball to come. I think that's what these two batsmen have done well. Just as you feel as though South Africa are putting the pressure back on and they're putting the squeeze on, New Zealand have found a way to get back into it and had a big over or a big couple of overs. And that's something that this partnership has done very well. Just always wrestled that initiative back.
Yeah.
10 from the over, 123 for 2.
Yeah.
50 for New Zealand captain. Once again, steadying the ship.
'29 one-day international 50 to Kane Williamson, and he has. He's coming in early, often for this New Zealand side. There's no strike rate or run rate going when he approaches the wicket, so he's done well, but he knows the job's half done as well.
Puts his head down, Taylor. He can't do it. It is one of those grounds too, if you know you've weighted the ball around about that 30-yard circle, the man on the boundary has a long way to run, so there's always a chance of pinching an extra one. proper cricket ground, isn't it?
Yeah, he tucked it nicely. He just timed it too well. Trying to pace it so you just get it around the 30-yard circle. You know there's a comfortable two, because they are good-sized boundaries. 70 metres all the way around.
Yeah.
Starting to find a good rhythm now, these two. .12:51, and the balloons have been released to mark the time of the earthquake. 6 years ago, Christchurch was devastated by an earthquake. 185 people lost their lives. People still affected by it. The town's still heavily affected by it. So balloons released, 12:51. And a fabulous wall of remembrance has been created and say unveiled. Is that the correct term today? Hit firmly, but straight at backward point. He takes the sting off it.
Yeah, they've done a wonderful job with that memorial. I was down there this morning. It's quite emotional, actually, just seeing the names up there. Which will be there for many years to come, for families and friends to remember those that were lost.
Oh, the timing there is outstanding. I don't know if he meant to hit it that height, but he meant to hit it that straight. 131 for two.
Slower ball, bounces it over backward point. Another couple.
I think it's fair to say they've done a bit of homework on this fellow too. 100 partnership up between Taylor and Williamson. New Zealand's two premier batsmen have delivered today in front of this very big crowd. It's the 11th 100 partnership in one-day internationals between these two. Astle and Fleming, those two old rogues, they're the next best with 9.
Got a couple of off-field partnerships going on now, haven't they? Again over the top, and it could be two more. No, little slip. Little slip, trouble. No. Just a little slip at the bowler's end from Ross Taylor. Committed to 2. Not a huge amount of excitement out in the middle, but might be a little closer than you think.
Yeah, he's fine, Ross Taylor.
Okay, thanks, Gavin. I've made my decision for the screen. My decision is not out, not out.
.155 for 2. Over the top. Chipped it. Another couple.
The other good thing about this partnership is when you look at the numbers, the two batsmen between them have scored 115 runs off the bat. Only 9 boundaries. 6 for Williamson, 3 for Taylor. So more than 80 runs they've accumulated without too much pressure, without too much risk, without hitting the rope. Now that is the sign of a very, very good partnership. Two players thinking their way through an innings. Oh, now he's hit it straight up in the air. Once I say that.
Yeah, it wasn't there, was it? Was it the leg spinner, not the wrong end? Williamson looking to go more mid-wicket. We saw that in Hamilton the other night, but falling.
What a pity. Kane Williamson played so well. He was set to take this innings deep. It's a slower delivery from Imran Tahir. He got the shot right a couple of times in Hamilton, but this time he got a top edge, and Andile Pechlakwaya, who makes no mistake. So that's a breakthrough. South Africa won it. Tahir celebrates again. as well he might. So he gets that wicket he was looking for, and AB de Villiers will be relieved. Kane Williamson is gone for 69 of 75 deliveries. New Zealand now 157 for 3.
Well, Neil Broom, as the new batsman partnership has been broken. 104 runs to realise between Ross Taylor and Kane Williamson, but Williamson the man out. To take Imran Tahir over mid-wicket, it was a slower, slightly loopier leg spinner, not a wrong in, so difficult, more difficult to get square at the top edge, and flew away to long on. Piklicoel, no trouble at all pouching it.
There he keeps doing it, Imran Tahir. It was a good piece of bowling because he took pace off the delivery. Kane Williamson played that slog sweep pretty well in Hamilton, but he didn't middle this one. He was looking to go squarer than this. Comes off the top edge of the bat. Comfortably taken by Andile Piklicoel.
Wrong in first up. Good bowling, but also good running.
It's actually a very good delivery. It was a quicker one, and it was a googly. Turned a little bit as well.
Just got to play him as an off spinner, particularly when you first come out. Got to expect it's either going to go straight on or come back in towards you. If you're a right-hander, you have to play him that way. It's bat and pad close together, then that wrong and's not going to cause you too many problems.
Oh, width, little bit of width, and that will be enough for Ross Taylor. He will bring up 6,000 one-day international runs. And a half-century as well. Fourth player to bring up 6,000 international runs. 163 for 3.
Yes, you're right. You look at Martin Guptill's performance. He's 40 games behind Ross Taylor. And he's still not right, so hopefully he'll get back for match number 142 shortly. But at the average, he's 6,500 at that average in those 40 games.
Nice from Broom. Big boundary, they won't push for 2.
So the fastest to 6,000 runs for New Zealand, Ross Taylor. Absolutely magnificent. Still got a job to do today, though. Ross Taylor's got to try and take this through. So the pace from Morris, not bad at all. Getting up to that 140 mark, so that's pretty good.
A little change in the field here. Chris Morris, I think he's pushing cover point a little bit squarer, and then backward point behind a little more as well. There's the short ball protection on the leg side.
Well, the one thing you see about Ross Taylor when you see a shot like that is that he's got very fast hands, but now that he's got the eyes working at 100% again, that those shots now become part and parcel and very easy for him. They used to be easy. Tended to lose his game a wee bit, but now you sense physically and confidence-wise he's getting back to his very, very best.
Well, you've seen a lot of him, Ian Smith. I have as well over the years. I've always thought that Ross Taylor is at his absolute best when he's cover driving well. Now, we know that in the past there's been the mid-wicket shots and the shorter forms of the game, but I still believe when he's cover driving well, that's when I love to watch Ross Taylor. That's when he's at his best. And today we've seen some examples of that. And I think you're spot on. And the eyes and the hands and everything is starting to come back together and working in tandem, working together. And bodes well for New Zealand. Good short ball. Actually a pretty good over from Morris. Just the 2 runs from it, 165 for 3.
This will be a good opportunity as well for South Africa to test their bowling strength at the depth. They've struggled at the depth for quite a while, so they'll get an opportunity today when New Zealand have a platform to try and put some of their death bowlers under pressure. So that looks quite sore, Neil Broom. That's because of that delivery.
A lot of these little cutters. I saw that. It was brought about the dismissal of Dean Brownlee, which in hindsight showed it was actually turning. Nipped back quite a lot, would have missed leg stump. So Pretorius using a lot of cutters. You notice significant turn on that occasion.
No.
And Neil Broom can't afford to put too much pressure on Ross Taylor as far as the scoring rate is concerned. New Zealand need Taylor to take this innings right through and to bat very deep, but if he feels under too much pressure to score runs and to hit the boundaries, that'll give South Africa a chance.
Oh, in the air and straight to JP Duminy behind point. Too easy.
Well, not a great delivery. So bonus wicket there for Dwayne Pretorius. The ball was short. It was there to be cut. And unfortunately, Broom just not getting over the top of this one. He should either have gone right over or try to keep it down. But straight to JP Duminy, who takes a comfortable catch at point.
So not today for Neil Broom either. His run of low scores is starting to build up a wee bit. 166 for 4, gone for 2.
Jimmy Neesham is the new batsman. New Zealand have lost 2 in a row, 157 Williamson, 166 the loss of Neil Broom for just 2. It wasn't a great delivery, but it was just the slow nature of it that meant that Broom couldn't get it over the top or far enough behind point and ended up just spooning it straight to JP Duminy.
Yeah, I think if you're New Zealand, you'd be concerned by the fact that 3 out of the 4 wickets that fell haven't really been to wicket-taking deliveries.
Well, now that they've chosen not to use de Grandhomme in the pinch-hitting role, they really can't afford to have him bat for a while in a weird sort of a way. I know it sounds strange, but the fact of the matter is, now that he's next in, they really can't afford for him to be batting till well into the 40th over. Maybe 42, 43. This partnership has to last 10 overs and probably at 5 and over.
Neesham's underway. Push for 2, they do. Quite comfortable. 168 for 4.
Big shot from Duminy. He's pleading with the umpire. Could be possibly looking at our first review, and we are. Taylor's smiling, so I think he feels comfortable. I guess we'll all soon see.
Okay, Chris. Gavin, review for LBW. May I start with the front foot, please? That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front down spin vision, please. It doesn't appear to be any but. Let's just check hot spot leg side, please. Rock and roll that. Yeah, there's no bat there. Let's check RTS just to confirm no bat. Yeah, definitely no bat involved. Let's move on to ball tracker, please. All right, Chris, we're going to be holding for ball tracker, so let's give us a minute. They're loading ball tracker. Ball tracker coming up, Chris. Ball pitching outside off, impact in line. And on-field call on the wickets. So you'll stay with your original decision. Can you put Chris back on screen, please? Chris, stay with your original decision, please. Well done.
Well, got an initial decision from Chris Brown. We thought that it might have been high, but it was marginal, just clipping the leg stump. Ross Taylor looked pretty confident. I think he thought it might have been high as well, but...
It was worth the review because it was very, very close, and it was obviously doubt in the umpire's mind there. Chris Brown probably height and maybe outside the line of off stump. So if he's got doubt, he's every right to give it not out.
Do you feel a little bit hard done by that you've gone for the review? Technically you're right, but you still lose it. I think that's a great case for arguing that you keep your review. A good single to Taylor.
Yeah, you're not wrong, are you? It's just the system is going to back the umpire.
Yeah, so I think the decision stays as it was. That I believe that's right. But I think technically if you're proven to be right, you should keep your review. You shouldn't lose it. It just doesn't seem fair. Shane, what do you think as a bowler?
As a bowler, he doesn't think.
So you can see why they've definitely gone up for that review. It does look good. I think ultimately the review's there to stop a howler, isn't it? So it's not to take a punt, and that's the risk if you just say, well, that's, you know, it's not a bad review, so let's keep it. It enables you to take another punt somewhere down the track.
See, if that is in reality, if Virtual's got it right, let's say there was no margin for error in the system, that's what was going to happen. Nicely timed. To give that out, I don't think it's a great decision, because how can you be in no doubt as an umpire that that ball is going on to hit the stumps?
Well, there was three things. There was the line, whether it hit him in line, whether it was too high, and whether it was hitting leg. So there was lots of reasons to have doubt. And I think Chris Brown rightly gave it not out. Up and over from Nishan. Not even looking to run because that's raced away. A wonderful way to end the over. It was a good over up until then. New Zealand 192 for 4.
So Duminy angling into that leg stump. Taylor won't mind that. That's an opportunity as he's picked up there to pick up his single. Neesham, he's got a gap at mid-wicket on the leg side. Still think if he hits, he's going to target straight down the ground. Heading down to off to that mid-wicket boundary is hitting into the breeze. So a safer bet, even though there are two men back straight, play straight down the ground.
Well bowled from Duminy. The quicker, flatter one. New Zealand 200 for 4. The change down delivery first from Chris Morris. You can see the intent from Taylor. Just looking to work the ball around, get one, get Neesham back on strike.
Well, if anything, that's what New Zealand will be hoping for, that this wicket gets slower. And the ball that Chris Morris has just bowled, that slower delivery, is one that's going to become very effective later on in the innings, much as it was in Hamilton.
I don't think we've got to the temperature that we expected. Hence, that may create the opportunity for the wicket not to dry out as much and still remain a little bit slower than normal. Which will please New Zealand in this stage of the game, because they'll be desperately keen for the wicket to remain slightly slower than normal.
Well, I think that's the thinking when they left Lockie Ferguson out, is that de Grandhomme could fulfil a much more, well, a larger bowling part. We've seen Pretorius has been the best bowler for South Africa, medium pace, wicket to wicket, 2 for 33, been excellent. And if he fulfilled that role and bowled his 10 overs, it meant the opportunity to play the attacking leg spin and give that balance to the New Zealand side.
Well, I think you and I were talking about it earlier today. They picked a side from a balance perspective with the ball. They had all bases covered. They had the 2 spinners and they had seamers as well. We saw Chris Morris get hit quite well by Tim Southee at the end of the last one-day game at Seddon Park. So you wonder if he's been brought into the attack slightly earlier. It'd be interesting to see if he bowls his 3 overs straight through here before the real death overs.
Well, Kepler Wessel said earlier that's an area of concern for South Africa. So, 2 overs left. For Morris. Parnell you'd expect to feature at the back end of the innings.
What's Rod Saylor doing?
He thought there was one. He was going. He said, I would have made it. A little bit agricultural from Neesham. And a direct hit. Great over for Morris, just the 2 from it. New Zealand 202 for 4.
So 5 men allowed outside the circle. Now there's a big gap at mid-wicket for Neesham if he wants a single, but you would think Tahir's going to bowl the wrong and across him.
That's the shot.
Well, that's a wonderful shot from Jimmy Neesham. We talked about the gaps. There was a big gap at extra cover. He got the width years after, just threw his hands through it.
That's the shot. Just got to hit it hard and beat the person standing at extra cover, because deep point is on point. So there's a big gap away on the offside.
Cricket from Neesham, gets to 4 and then gets 1.
And that's where Tahir needs to be to Neesham. He's got to attack the stumps, not allow him the freedom to hit hard through the offside.
I guess with that field to the left-hander, he's got to be very careful bowling the wrong, because that's that one gap you'd be targeting as a left-hander, is through that extra cover region. And if he is bowling a wrong and across the left-hander, he's hitting with the spin. Interested to see how Taylor plays him. Sure, he'd be looking just to get Neesham back on strike.
Good batting by Taylor, very efficient turning of the strike. It's a good point about that deep point. On a slower wicket, you can often bring that man a little bit more in front of square, protect that cover drive. Not easy to cut on a slow wicket, particularly if he's bowling wicket to wicket.
Nation will feel a little bit disappointed there. That was another one to put away in that extra cover region. I think he just tried to overhit it. Lost his shape a little bit.
Well, I don't think he read it. He was backing off as if it was a normal leg spinning delivery to get some width, and because it was the wrong and it just went too far away from him, he had to reach for it.
Well, that answers another question. Is he picking it? And at this stage, from that delivery, you'd say no.
You've got to expect a lot of wrong-uns at this stage. Seems to be Tahir's mode when he knows that players are looking to get after him. He bowls a lot of wrong-uns.
Well, he turns the wrong and more than the leg spinner. So it's his go-to delivery. Now from Taylor looking for two. There's a big early call. Neesham again slipping. It's cost New Zealand a couple of runs so far, and that's the end of the over. New Zealand 210 for 4. Oh, wonderful bowling from Morris. Taylor gave himself room. Morris followed him.
Damn good take from de Kock as well. Look how far he's got to go.
Very well bowled from Morris. You can see what Taylor's thinking. Mid-off's in the circle. Maybe thinking first ball of the over, this is the ball I'm going to take down. I'm going to give myself a little bit of room and hit him over the top. Good adjustment by Morris.
He goes the other way, goes leg side. Just the one down to fine leg. Good innovation though. You can see himself giving himself room, because if he gets it in the right area, he's going to go over mid-off. And if he can't get it over mid-off, he's thinking, I can get bat on ball and get a 1.
Here we go, though. Buckle up. Yeah, it's an old theory too, isn't it? Try to hit the first ball to the over 4 or 6.
I think the sign's there. Perhaps had a chat at the end of that last over. Said we've got 6 wickets in the shed. Only 7.4 overs left. I think we've both got to go. What a shot. Hit with amazing power from Neesham. Picked it up early and smashed it in front of square.
Tell you what, if you were fielding back on the boundary here, this would be a little bit frightening. This thing was absolutely flying. It sounded great, didn't it? Great execution, great power.
Man on the boundary didn't even move. Oh, good running from New Zealand. Extra cover, dived on the circle, got a hand on it, just slowed it up enough, allowed him to get back for 2.
Yeah, Morris really annoyed with this, because the man in the inner circle should have let that go for the player who was running in off the boundary. Instead, he creates the misfield, redirects the ball, and stuffs it up.
Discussion now between de Villiers and Morris with the field. It's a change. Third man goes back inside. Or third man goes back to the boundary. And fine leg comes up. So you sort of feel as though the two batsmen have both said, Taylor and Neesham, we've both got to go. We know we have to score 280 plus to challenge this talented South African batting lineup. That certainly seems to be the case.
Wait.
Well, Neesham will be disappointed. Got some width and the length he wanted, just couldn't time it. If he beats that man on the circle at extra cover, if he hits it well enough, he's got 4.
Yeah, now mid-wicket on the boundary's gone straighter to more of a traditional mid-wicket rather than a forward square position. So over square leg or around the corners on. Gee, that's well bowled. Can't do much with that. 218 for 4.
Good shot. Very, very good blow, that one. Dead straight, 1 bounce 4. Playing really well, Jimmy Neesham.
Excellent. Good execution. Didn't try and hit this ball too hard. It was up there. Hit through the line beautifully. And placed it superbly as well.
Just opened that front hip, that right hip, which enabled him to play the shots. He pulls that front leg round, gets that leverage straight down the ground. Excellent execution there.
Mid-wicket this time. There is a man out there, though, as well. Does JP Duminy. Couple.
Neesham doing the right thing. It's time to pull the trigger, try to put South Africa under pressure in the death overs. It hasn't been their strength over the last few years.
Get some reward for being aggressive.
Last over for Tahir, so New Zealand have played him well today. He's gone for 57 already.
He can't get it away cleanly. Quite important just to be reasonably sensible here for 3 deliveries. I think for Ross Taylor, poses a threat Tahir, but they've taken him on very well today. It's good cricket.
Yeah, after he got all those wickets in the T20 match, New Zealand clearly have gone away and thought about how to play him, and they played him much better in Hamilton, and certainly today they've played him really well. Just picked up the 1 wicket. It was an important one for Kane Williamson, but other than that, they've dealt with him successfully.
He's gone for 60 now, 1 ball remaining in his spell. Very well played by Ross Taylor. 6 overs remaining, 229 for 4.
Used that short pitch delivery a lot today, the New Zealand bowlers. It was successful during that first match in Hamilton.
Been about the partnership, though, between Taylor and Neesham. I say that 20 singles in a row, but Neesham's been the aggressor, 43 from 39. Had to rebuild because they lost 2 wickets quite quickly.
Last over for Chris Morris as well today. He hasn't been too bad. He's gone for 50 so far, picked up an early wicket as well. He'd want to finish better today than he did in Hamilton. His last over there was very expensive. He bowled a very good early spell in that first match with a new ball.
Well, potentially that's why he's been bowled out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So hard to ask a fast bowler to bowl any more than 3 overs at the death, because you just end up with the batsman getting a read on what they're trying to do. I prefer 2, I think. 3 at the most. Fine and 4.
Well, he's deserved this kind of luxury and this kind of result, Ross Taylor, because of the hard work he's put in to get to this point. You're going to get 4 balls. Goes leg side, and he manages to catch up with it. Yeah, been an extremely well set field by A.B. de Villiers today, and that has meant New Zealand have had to be patient. There have been a lot of singles and just singles. So that is an absolute bonus to get one down leg side, but you have to put it away. He did.
Oh dear. Goodness me, apologies. Hands up straight away from Chris Morris.
Delivery went horribly wrong. He was looking for the full Yorker. Went way down leg side.
No bowled. Off speed. Shorter delivery again.
Yeah, just looking at the conditions, Simon, I mean, you being a bowler, what would you equate as a good day under these circumstances?
I think 45 to 55. Got a good batting surface. You want to pick up a wicket or two at the top. You'd hope for one towards the death. But I think you've done pretty well. Anything in between 45 and 55 today. Good batting wicket. Push for a couple here. Does very well. Pekliqueo cuts it to 2. Morris has finished his spell, gone for 58 off 10. 166. Sorry, 238 for 4. And again, gets the Yorker in place, but that will be a half century for James Neesham, his 3rd in one-day international cricket.
And one of his best too. To be fair, he's worked himself into a position where he's going to try and play lofty shots, but he hasn't done anything foolish today. He's played within himself, he's batted well and communicated well with Taylor. And this has been an excellent rebuilding partnership initially. New Zealand were in danger of really teetering at that point when he came out. Well, it's been superb.
He's got the 50 of just 45 deliveries as well, so good constructive stuff.
Some width on the offside, crunches it, absolutely crunched by Ross Taylor. The 250 comes up.
Beautifully played, Ross Taylor. He had some width to work with, and he didn't make a mistake. The length was just right for him to get underneath it as well.
Well, he's timed a wide there. Absolute wide delivery. It was a free hit. He could have left it and got an extra ball, but he has just clubbed it. That's because South Africa have given very little width. His eyes lit up and he punished it. And now 100 is in sight for Ross Taylor. It wasn't before. He was running out of time, but he's getting close.
Push for 2 this time. Big boundary. Yeah. Thrown off balance. Never easy when you're a long way out.
Great shot, great calling. Knowing the dimensions of the ground, knowing the fielder, and knowing if you go straight away and make the call. Taylor said 2-2-2, push him.
He's improvising well now, Ross Taylor, with his footwork, so he's putting Andile Pekliqueo under pressure all the time.
There's that slower bouncer. Really tough to get away. So much time to look at it, but still couldn't do anything more with it than tap it for 1.
It's a good one out the back of the hand. He got it right.
Well, Ross Taylor's making inquiries. That 1 for the over. Chance, no, hangs on to it. He asked both the square leg umpire and Paul Rifle, the bowling umpire, if this was the 1 for the over. How high is it? It was on its way down again by the time it came to him. Yeah, very well played. Waited for it that time. So slow. Had time to change his mind, his shirt, and a few other things. 258 for 4. Swings that away through the leg side, Neesham, and powerfully. Very well struck into the gap.
Go back to the slow bouncer, because the half volley is always a dangerous delivery at this stage of proceedings.
Clever batting. He took up his stance outside off stump. So that confused Phehlukwayo. He wanted to open up the leg side, and that's exactly what he did.
Should just be the one this time.
So this total will give South Africa something to think about, give the New Zealand bowlers a good total to defend.
Swings that away into the onside. Oh, he slipped again, Ross Taylor. It's cost him another one.
Well, you're not allowed to run on the pitch, but sometimes it pays to run right on the extremities where it's cut shorter. As soon as you get on the lush green stuff, it's very, very hard.
Disappointed himself there, Neesham. He got length. He could have put that almost anywhere.
Keeps rolling his fingers across it, and Andile Phehlukwayo, he's got that slower delivery that he bowls like an off spinner, and then one out the back of his hand as well. So he's got good variation.
Can't get it through again, Ross Taylor. And keep strike. 95 he's on now. 277 for 4, 1 to go. Good work, great work from Faf du Plessis.
Gets away with one again, Wayne Parnell, the full toss. Ross Taylor unable to capitalise.
Similar field now with Neesham having those 4 men up inside the circle on the offside. He can't afford to give any width here, Wayne Parnell. Certainly be looking to bowl the ball full and in at leg stump, middle and leg. Try not to allow Neesham any room.
Stand still and hit it straight. It's a better option. Try and get too clever at the end, you can confuse yourself.
It's not Jimmy Neesham's option, that I don't think. You're right. React. Don't premeditate. That's better. Stand still, hit it straight down the ground for 4.
Exactly, much better option.
Well, the big cause is the team total, and Jimmy Neesham realises that. He has just got to go for the doctor here. Hit it down the ground. Just stand, open up that front hip. Hit it straight.
Onside this time. Will they push for 2? No, they won't.
Ross Taylor needs a boundary. 2 deliveries left in which to get one.
Well, he's got, personally, he's got a 2 or a 4 or a 6. Anything that will enable him to finish and face the last ball gives him 2 chances. A single, that finishes it for him.
2. Brilliant from David Miller. Absolutely stunning from Miller. Down here right in front of us.
This game never, ever disappoints. They'll have a look at this just to see if his right elbow might have touched the rope, because that would mean that Ross Taylor gets his 100. As it was, he could well have been caught if Miller felt he could stay inside the boundary. His momentum thought it was going towards the rope. It was sliding, sliding, sliding. That's perfectly fine, but it also means that Taylor can't be given out caught when he tried to grab it again with his left hand. So 98, Taylor, what drama. Last ball.
You almost get the feeling he'd come to a standstill. I think he might have stopped inside David Miller. He was worried, I know, but just... Oh, there. 98 for Taylor, 1 remaining. Yes, he gets it. He gets it through. Magnificent history for Ross Taylor. Most centuries for any New Zealand player. He goes past Nathan Astle with his 17th one-day international century, and a magnificent one at that.
Well, this is the end result of a great career, not just a great innings. And it means so much to him. He's come through the dark side and he's back in the shining lights, Ross Taylor. And this is one magnificent moment. You'd never see him celebrate to that extent. You'll see the tongue poked out. Yes, you will. But that is amazingly good. Acknowledgement from the crowd, from his teammates, 102 not out. But let's not forget Jimmy Neesham either in the big picture. That is a magnificent effort from Neesham as well, 71 not out. And a partnership of 123, 289, Kepler.
Great job, Ross Taylor. Great job, New Zealand as well. They've given themselves something to defend. A.B. de Villiers asked them to bat first this morning, and they did a terrific job.
10 overs for Morris, 10 overs for Pretorius and Imran Tahir. Tahir a little expensive today, as was Peclaqueo. But I think it's been proven to be a reasonably good batting surface. They'll be talking about that right now. Will A.B. de Villiers, Hashim Amla and Faf du Plessis. 3 of the keys along with Quinton de Kock in that top 5. So that's South Africa's equation. 290 runs required to take the second one-day international here in Christchurch.
.290 is what South Africa want. It will not be easy. New Zealand will have to very, very quickly find the right line and length for this surface, because if they can get it in that area, timing will become an issue for the batsman. Southee starts with a little bit of swing.
We talked about Ross Taylor. It was his first 100 against South Africa in any format. That gives him now 34 in international cricket, 33. Hashim Amla has 50 centuries in all international cricket. Quality player. And Quinton de Kock, look at that record, 12 hundreds and 10 50s. What a conversion rate.
That's nice, that from Southee. I think this is a really good time for him to just say, hey, remember me? It's his partner at the other end, taking all the plaudits at the moment. Tim Southee rather forgotten in the background.
Daddy looking to swing the ball early on, which is a good sign, Shane Bond.
Yeah, there wasn't much swing there for the South African side, so whatever swing there is there, it isn't going to be there for too long. I think New Zealand will be hoping that the surface continues to slow up. There's always a chance that the sun coming out and at the hottest part of the day, that the wicket speeds up. That would be a bad thing from a New Zealand perspective. If the wicket remains slow, scoring can be difficult. I think it's a difficult wicket to get out on, but not easy to get started.
I don't know how you used to bat, but I've never found a wicket hard to get out on. Must be hard to score runs, but yeah, I get your point. New Zealand need to get the run rate up, force pressure that way to be able to take wickets.
Well, it's hard to get out on if you can bat. It's the one thing. These blokes can certainly bat.
Nice shot, too full, too much width. Swinging away outside our stump and swung to extra cover.
A lovely shot by Hashim Amla, good balance, but don't mind this early from Tim Southee, and the fact that he's giving it a chance to swing. He over-pitched. He's got 2 slips in there. Better that than being too short and cut or pulled.
Close to the pitching line. Not out by Paul Rifle. Don't know if this will be reviewed. The thought is it was pitching outside leg, maybe 2 leg side.
Naturally, straight away, Williamson doesn't look at Southee because he gets everything wrong when it comes to reviewing to Tom Latham, who pointed down leg. I got the feeling it pitched in line, but it just shaped. It's closer to the stump, Southee, and it was missing leg stump. It was close.
You'd be unlucky to be given for that, wouldn't you?
I think Tim Southee resigned now. He's not going to be asked any longer for reviews.
Shot for half volley leg stump, needed the treatment and got it.
Yeah, he's looking for a wicket-taking delivery here, Southee, and that's why the man's come across into that short mid-wicket position for some protection. But for him, the line and the length are well off, and that's a freebie for de Kock, who puts it away.
Well, it's clearly attacked the Yorker because you don't miss by that much if you're trying to bowl hard length. And while he missed the first one down leg, have I got the virtual for the LBW? Height may have been a factor too, so it just pitched outside leg. A good decision by Paul Rifle. So as soon as it pitches outside leg stump, it cannot be out. It's actually hitting the stumps.
Good shot. They're inviting the drive. And he will drive. 2, 4 more. 15 without loss.
I was meant to finish off on Hashim Amla, who's got 50 centuries in international cricket in all forms. The others to achieve this are Brian Lara, Mahela Jayawardene, Jacques Kallis, Kumar Sangakkara, Ricky Ponting and Sachin Tendulkar. So not a bad wee club to be in there. Just shows us quality.
He's rated alongside those players. Yeah, you see him in the same light everyone does. Oh, look at that timing off the back foot. Just a simple little push.
Good flank.
The thing with Hashim Amla is he just goes about his work quietly. Nothing really flamboyant about what he does, about him as a person either. He just goes out and bats and puts the numbers on the board. He's the quiet achiever of world cricket.
Batting in ankle socks too. Just noticed them. I thought that was a no-no. Ankle socks.
I think the thing with someone like Amla, he's played in the side with Jacques Kallis, AB de Villiers, Graham Smith. There's a whole range of outstanding players. You almost forget about how good he is, the position he's batted in that lineup, 3 spot. And the production, he's been in the top 10 of both formats for a long time. Outstanding batsman.
This one's hit the same place, but this one's hit harder. It was punched. Had 4 written all over it the minute he got it through.
Well, if you want a reminder of how good he is, just watch this shot. Back of a length, beautiful. Using the pace of the ball, getting up nice and high. Be able to access it square just because he's able to hit the top of the ball and down. And shows the easy pace of the pitch as well.
Yeah, Southee being too full, Bolt's a bit short, particularly to Amlar. You want Amlar coming onto the front foot driving, so it's just the margin for error. New Zealand just a little bit off at the moment. No swing, and so Bolt's decided that angle across Amlar, he wants to close that down. He's going to come around the wicket, try and close that angle down. So Bolt probably feels that the edge is just not in play on this wicket, with such as the nature of the wicket. And so with that change of angle, Amlar playing a similar shot, perhaps brings in the inside edge, played on, particularly the sluggish nature of the wicket. Shut down the scoring zones.
Oh, very nearly dragged it on too. 21 without loss.
Apparently, amongst all that, he's only ever had 3 ducks, which is an opening batsman. Is pretty good, really, facing the new ball.
Who invented the duck column?
A bowler.
I would hold them up against a wall by the scruff of their neck. That's a very inappropriate column to put on a bloke's record.
Yeah, that means you do a bowling one, you've got to put 0 for. So when they didn't get a wicket, it's got to be down there as well, just to balance it up, Mark.
That's better from Tim Southee, that length there. He bowls that length and that line, it's very difficult to score.
Well, if they want to bowl full, and they're looking to maybe bowl the Yorker to the cock, then I think the slower ball like that becomes very important as part of the setup. Your slower balls drag them forward, get them looking, covering that off stump, and then try to get that swinging Yorker in. Hopefully he overbalances, and you've got a chance. That one there. The execution good from Southee that time.
That's bang on, Mark. You'll see perfect seam position and still some late movement back in. But it's the setup that's important. The Cock's feet are stuck in the crease. That's when you can sneak through the defences and get the wicket. Important thing when you're bowling swing is not to just bowl along the wicket, wide, half volleys, just because you're searching for that swing. You want to hit that length, let a little bit of natural variation take over, so when you bowl that fuller ball, it's a heavy ball, not a soft along the wicket type delivery.
And what's it? The new ball against New Zealand, this is what I talk about South Africa. They've moved through to 22 without loss. Just under 5 and over. They haven't really had to do anything dangerous.
Oh, did he hit it? Did he hit it? No, he didn't. It's going on at the stump, says Rifle, and Amlar. The dangerous Amlar is gone.
Well, he was able to get it full here, Tim Southee. Wide of the crease, and it actually swung very, very late. It looked like it was heading down leg, and Hashim Amla thought the same, and at the very last moment, it swung towards middle stump. It is the benefit of being able to swing the ball. The dangerous Hashim Amla goes for 10, 22 for 1.
Faf du Plessis, another very accomplished player. It's a top order stacked with them. But the New Zealanders are getting some swing. The old firm of Bolton Southey. Looking good.
White.
22 for 1.
Top set, mate. Top set.
Tremendous delivery from Tim Southey. It's the length again. It's a good length. It's not up there to drive, and the late seam movement is just too good for Amla. See, just not in the position to drive. And that wicket is Tim Southey's 400th in international cricket across all formats.
Tim Southey, 400th international wicket. Daniel Vettori leads New Zealand with 696. Sir Richard Hadley, 589. And Christopher Cairns, 419.
Another good drive from de Kock. They're feeding it up there. And he's going after it.
Well, there's shape and there's two slips in play. But there's just not the bounce that allows de Kock to hit through the line of the ball. Placement's perfect again. Another boundary.
Yeah, I wonder if a catcher, just where that ball went between those two fielders, they take out one of those slips because of the lack of pace. They'll put a short cover in, which means James Neesham can go square towards Neil Broome. A little bit like the field we talked about 2 overs ago. You sort of wonder too, Shane, in this situation, why you got a slip. You can just about put a gully in instead of a first slip. Is there enough pace for it to go? It's always one of those ones, though, where you take first slip and put him to gully and he'll nick it through first. If you don't, well, he goes through gully.
I don't mind the slip, but I agree with you. I think Dean Brownlee can move around to more of a short point. So you're giving a zone at cover where the batsman sees that big gap, reaches for it on a slow wicket, and either slices it off to point or brings the slip into play. So there's Bolt using the short ball. We haven't seen that a lot to de Kock in the series. That's what you use to set up that type of delivery or dismissal. So de Kock is very strong through point. Du Plessis a lot stronger through cover. So in terms of your bowling plan, that's where you can move your field around straighter. You leave the point area open. And that's how you look to bring that slip into play again.
It just shows the game of one-day cricket's not just about running and whacking it and hitting it to all parts. There is a lot of tactical plans going on here between Williamson, the bowler. Du Plessis is working on what he needs to do, same as Quinton de Kock. So the virtual pitch mat, Tim Southey's been fuller, whereas Bolt, as Shane Bond alluded to, has been having troubles being too short. One of those always, Shane, interested when I was playing cricket, working out what runs were scored off the 7th ball of the over. And when you get to the end of 50 overs, you bowl 10 wides, it mounts up.
Yeah, 28 for 1.
How good's that? That is a glorious cover drive and effortless, it seems.
Yeah, has a magnificent swing of the bat. Not a big mover of his feet, but has great balance. Certainly not a half volley. Hits it on the up. And just races away. Just can't afford to offer him any width. At any length, he'll put it away.
I think you've got a chance if he looks to play the pull shot and just picks the wrong ball. If he preempts it slightly, I think you're a chance. This is Hamilton. I think you're a chance in that area there. New Zealand have got that covered with Dean Brownlee.
Yeah, in Eden Park as well, he premeditated a almost pull shot in the 2020 match. It wasn't there to pull at all. Look at this ball here. It's too full to be hitting that sort of shot. It's outside legs, off stump as well. Just hold out to Mitchell Santner.
Sort of feel as though you can force him into a mistake if you tie him down. He's one of those players, he likes to score, so you don't have to tie him down for long.
It's 36 for 1 after 8.
It doesn't seem that long ago. You think, get it to 6 and over, and if we can push it to 7, they're going to really struggle. But 7 and over in the modern game is pretty commonplace, even this far out.
Not required with the bat today, Mitch Santner, but has been bowling well. New Zealand opted for the same 11 as Hamilton, slightly different conditions. South Africa making 3 changes.
I get the feeling, Smithy, that they could play the same 11 right through until the game at Eden Park, if required. Wellington is a good-sized ground as well, so no issue for the spinners and playing 2 spinners at that ground either. Then back to Hamilton, expecting a very similar sort of a surface, maybe with some turn, some assistance. Ish Sodhi and Mitchell Santner have good records there. Maybe it's only Eden Park where they might go back to something different. That's the bowling. Maybe a change after this evening on the keeping front.
Yeah, I think a lot will determine on how the match goes. Selectors are often quite hesitant to make changes if a side wins. They're more patient with a side than they win, and that might buy another opportunity there. But certainly they can't exist with a top order player who has been given another role not succeeding in his primary role, which is the bat. Glorious shot off the back foot. Gee, we've seen some magnificent stroke play in these runs already. 41 runs. How many classic drives?
Du Plessis loves any width, as both of these players do. Any opportunity to go off the back foot square of the wicket. So good at picking the gap.
Already 7 fours out of 41 runs, and that must concern Kane Williamson.
No. Superior to me.
Simon, if you don't, I've got 1 wicket, but if you don't get many, then the 5th bowler by the time he comes on, the side's only one down, you're under real pressure there, and that's going to be, it seems, Neesham today.
Yeah, Neesham, de Grandhomme, Williamson, got options, but it's not going to be easy if this batting lineup is still predominantly there.
Yeah.
42 for 1. Another boundary. Thrashing just behind point, was in the air, but hit so well.
Yeah, just too much width again from Neesham on this occasion. And it was hit in the air, but with tremendous power.
Oh, great chance too for the Grandhomme. Fantastic. And did that move back off the seam? Colin de Grandhomme, does he love this ground or what?
Oh, shades of the test match. Looked to swing away, hit the seam, nipped back in, and completely undid Faf du Plessis. Have a look at this. Seam up, looks to swing away a touch there, then nips back, past the inside edge. Cracking delivery. De Grandhomme into the attack. Absolutely stunning. Faf du Plessis goes. Dismissed for just 11. 51 for 2.
Well, to be perfectly honest, we were expecting AB de Villiers, but we've got JP Duminy at number 4 today, 51 for 2, South Africa. And he is a terrific player as well. Look at that record, 24 50s, 400s. Colin de Grandhomme and Hagley Oval. A romance made in heaven, it seems. That one seems back in. What a cracking delivery to get rid of du Plessis.
Great job, Dutchie.
Terrific way to ease the pressure. Glorious. Not overhit at all.
Yeah, wonderful shot. We've seen how good he is square and through the offside. The straight back at the bowler, full face. Never going to pull that back.
It's just a gentle half volley, isn't it? It's not what this field is set for whatsoever. Feel that they're happy to have Quinton de Kock take one square of the wicket on the offside.
No. Not on you, bud. Batsman coming around. That's ready to come.
You just felt with the maiden in that last over, it was a real opportunity. If you could follow that up with another good one here, it's perhaps going to force de Kock or Duminy to take a risk. They haven't needed to. Just with a good cricket shot, takes the pressure off.
Again, with the utmost ease. Boundaries just keep flowing.
Why? Why come around the wicket and give him a good look at it? Keep taking the ball across the left-hander. You come around the wicket, you open up everything that he wants you to do. You're bowling it straight back at him. Take away the angle.
He learnt that lesson pretty quickly. He just took one ball coming back over.
Yeah.
Bit of a worry, actually, Jimmy Neesham. It's an area of the game. We saw how well he can bat. He played a good innings today. Fantastic. But to be a genuine all-rounder, he just has to bowl better. Got to be relied on.
What's even more important, because the previous over was so good.
Great finish, bud.
12 off the over. Too expensive, 65 for 2.
In the air, over mid-off, who's inside the circle. And positive intent there by Duminy.
Yeah, just too full. They might have thrown it up there looking for turn, but that's a long, long half volley.
That's a beautiful shot. Just timing and placement. Quality cricket. And brings up the 50 partnership.
That was excellent. Just tossed it up a fraction more, and JP Duminy into position quickly. Didn't try and hit that hard at all. Weight transfer was absolutely spot on. He was in full control of that stroke the whole time.
Oh, beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Gave it some air. Duminy was sucked in, lured him down the wicket, and tidy work from Tom Latham.
Or even better than Dots as a wicket. And that's exactly what he's done. Beautiful piece of bowling. Deceived the batsman, tossed it up. A little bit slower through the air. Some nice spin. Good take by Latham. Just what New Zealand required. The big breakthrough of Duminy. Just when it looked all a little bit too easy for South Africa. The big breakthrough. JP Duminy on his way back to 34. It's 108 for 3.
Beautiful sights over Hagley Oval and Hagley Park here in the centre of Christchurch City. In the centre of attention right now, AB de Villiers. South African skipper record speaks for itself. Those 2400s along with Hashim Amla, the most by any South African. One-day international cricket. He is first equal with Hashim Amla on that number.
Yes,
He's out in the middle because Mitchell Santner produced a beauty to get rid of JP Duminy in his first over. 108 for 3.
Down, down. Yes, Bruiser.
Oh, great work, wasn't it? Really good. Beautiful piece of bowling. Nice, comfortable take.
Down.
Cut away through the offside. Southey after it. Picks up. Oh, he helps it over the boundary. It was going to be 50 anyway for Quinton de Kock. Another fine half century for him. His 11th in one-day internationals.
Just too short from Sodhi. He's got his man on the offside. More of a backward point. Part of that reason he's worried about the reverse sweep. Southey trying to flick it to him and just helped him over the fence.
Down, Roscoe.
You can see the challenges for bowling spin in New Zealand here, and Imran Tahir's found it in the last two games, whereas normally on a slow wicket, particularly in subcontinent conditions, you tend to bowl quicker. Because of the grass in New Zealand, the ball skids on. You can stand there, hit it down the ground. But if you bowl slower, still enough time on these wickets to get back, as Sodhi did there. Bowled slower, a bit short, and then you get put away. It's that variation in pace, which Mitchell Santner did beautifully in the last over. 78 kilometres an hour to 91, and how you manage that, it's critical.
Chance in the deep. Chance for Jimmy Neesham. Yes, too easy. Unnecessary from Quinton de Kock. New Zealand strike.
Yeah, huge wicket for New Zealand. De Kock, you'll look back and be disappointed. I think he fancied his chances against Bolt. Perhaps saw him coming advanced. Just the back-off delivery. Very similar to his dismissal in Auckland. And Jimmy Neesham delighted. Big breakthrough for New Zealand. The end of it. Good innings from de Kock. Out for 57, and it's 124 for 4.
David Miller, another very good record for a man who spends most of his career batting in that 5 at the highest, probably 6 in the order. Strike rate, excellent. Good average, just a tick under 40.
It's excellent work again by Kane Williamson. He kept the mid-on up, and de Kock, he would have seen that. That's where he was targeting, but it was just a subtle cutter from Trent Boult. And Jimmy Neesham, well, he made that look easy.
Yes.
It's a lovely piece of work off the back foot. Whipped away.
Yeah. Head.
Disappointing dismissal for South Africa. He'd done all the hard work. David Miller, who's been out the South African side for 3 weeks with stitches in his finger, so he hasn't had a bat. Just presents an opportunity for New Zealand to put some pressure on the South African middle order. So good bowling change from Williamson. Opportunity for New Zealand.
He's off the mark straight away. Sodhi, can he get around? He can't. Can't get around. 9 runs from the over and a wicket. 131 for 4. Short. Just short enough, and de Villiers goes back and pulls for 4.
Centre just a bit short. And de Villiers, no, mid-on was up. Knew he just had to clear the infield and was going to run away. Sentinel will be disappointed. He'd rather looked, if he's going to score there, to score off the front foot. No risk involved in that shot.
Oh, just outside. There have been some bat involved as well. Apart from that, all good.
Almost premeditation from de Villiers after the last ball was short. He was expecting a full delivery. Got it. 92 kilometres per hour from Santner. Just a bit quick, de Villiers. So it's good bowling. Another change in the field. Forces the change. That's what de Villiers does. He's proactive. Brownlee drops back to deep mid-wicket. Miller's a little squarer, third man. Backward point, square as well. I think that's Southey.
Down, Bruni. Well done, Bruiser. Good work, Bruiser. Down, good, Mitchie. Well done, buddy. Good swing.
I think that's that fielder, Dean Brownlee, going back. Allows Santner to bowl a bit fuller. We saw de Villiers on the back foot, scoring comfortably through the offside and over mid-on. Feels just giving him some cover to pitch the ball up on the surface.
Down. Lovely. Excellent, Mitchie. Good job, boys.
A tidy finish to the over. 5 runs coming from it. 140 for 4.
Yeah, maybe 2. Hold on, you, Nate.
Excellent running. He's so quick between wickets, AB de Villiers.
Well, he scampered, didn't he? He actually, I think, ran across the pitch, so he ran further. Straight away, he said 2. Watch this, kids. Head down, low. He looked up before he turned, so he knew the decision once he was low, he could accelerate straight away.
Shot, really good shot. Punch through it on for 4. All of a sudden, 6 from 2.
This is quality. Maybe de Villiers at his best. Full face of the bat. No effort whatsoever in that shot. It was just pure timing and placement.
Yes. Right, Jim.
And that'll be 50 between these two. From 53 deliveries.
And while the surface is slow, probably unlike Hamilton, the thing that both of these players know is the bounce is even. So that was a last delivery, is a good example. Not a bad length by Southey, but de Villiers sort of went on the back foot and hit the bat through square leg, but he had no issue with the bounce. He just could trust it.
It's a much better batting surface than the one in Hamilton there. Tim Southey got a lot of purchase when he bowled his slower delivery or his off-cutter, but none of that today.
While these two are together, and if they just keep batting like this for another 10 overs, there's no way that New Zealand will be able to force the asking rate up over 8 or anything difficult. Try to get it up to 9. It's a worry for New Zealand. Just the efficiency in which these two are going about their play.
Just drifting back in to the right-hander, Tim Southey, so that's very easy for Obi de Villiers just to work the ones on the leg side.
Strong boy, watch the ball. Clear mind. Let's go! That's over and drinks, gentlemen.
176 for 4 and time for drinks.
Lovely, Ish. Lovely boy. Beautiful that, Ish. Beautiful that, buddy.
So New Zealand okay if those 4 deliveries are singles, but when you add in a couple of 2s or a 4 every second over, that's when they're in trouble. They need to find a way to take some wickets here.
This equation, 113 of 15 and a bit overs, is very comfortable. When you look at the T20 format, that's not a problem, with wickets in hand in particular.
No! Yes, lovely, Ish. Lovely, Ish. Beautiful, buddy. Did a mistake on that line there, Ish. Come on.
So straight away the wrong and gets the dot. So that's the one turning away from the left-hander.
Oh, he's got it! I think that's hit the foot and ricocheted up. Latham's asking. Rifle will go across to umpire Brown. They'll have a discussion. And if I was included in that, I think I'm saying out. Rifle thinks not
Copy
out.
that, Paul. Gavin, we are checking for bump ball. Let's start with the front foot, please. And that's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on, please.
Glad I don't umpire.
Show me Closer to, all right, there we go. Just rock back there for me, Gavin, please.
It's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yes, Gavin. Thank you very much. Load on the big screen, Gavin. Not out, not out.
Right, well, I got unnecessarily excited.
Well, would it have bowled him? That's the question. If he had to let go of it, we might have a look at it. Would it have bowled him?
Oh! Outstanding start this ish. Outstanding, buddy.
All right, well, let's have a look. So Latham thinks he's hit it. Oh, who would know? I guess if you're Latham and you think you're in with a chance of a catch, you go for the catch.
Yes, Ish. Beautiful bowling, Ish. Outstanding bowling, mate.
It's been a good over. So he needs to try and finish it off well. There's another look at it. It's pretty clear that that ball went straight into the ground and then onto the foot.
That would have been very hard for Miller to stop it from hitting the back of his leg and going onto the stumps.
Down. Ready for boy. Nice effort, mate.
It's 179 for 4.
Lovely, lovely. Beautiful set.
Well, he's doing this well. AB de Villiers, very much like he did in Hamilton as well. Just pacing his innings
Real good boy.
at his convenience, setting it up and setting it up for an onslaught later on.
Well done.
Yeah, he's closing in on 9,000 one-day runs too, AB de Villiers. I think 50's the mark. Career strike rate before today was 99.99.
Down. Good.
Beautifully bowled. Took all the pace off it. Santner. It's good thinking.
Keep building on it for a mistake, lads. Come on. Down.
Got it through. Tried some improvisation, and pretty much the first time it's paid off.
He read it well. It was a quicker one. Lower trajectory, so he had pace to work with, David Miller.
Beautiful batting. Such an easy option for players who practice the reverse sweep now, and after New Zealand building up some pressure between Sodhi and also this over from Santner. They just about had as many dots in those 2 overs they had in the last 5. They get a boundary, it releases the pressure.
Lucky there, that was a full toss, a friendly one. David Miller would have wanted to make more of that.
Lost the ball. Okay. How about
185 for 4.
Peeled down the leg side, but given wide.
It's the classic bowler's bluff. It's a good take from Latham. Miller's nowhere near it.
cow.
Powerful. So strong. 4 more.
Keep going here, boys.
Yeah, very strong player. When he hits it, it stays hit. He's been quite circumspect so far in this innings. I'm sure that's the influence of De Villiers just saying there's plenty of time.
And again, Ace. Lovely work, boy.
Once we bat our overs, should get there comfortably.
Lovely. Top out.
And pushing for 2, pretty easy.
Yeah, it's poor fielding by Long on there. Just a little bit casual for me. Just needs to be a little bit more desperation. I didn't think for 1 second he thought they were going to take 2. Just jogging after it. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble. He knew it too.
Right. Well done, Foo boy. Well done, mate. Great job, lads. Good job, Ish.
A little bit surprised that I haven't seen de Graham back at the bowling crease. 4 overs for 10.
Bang, bang,
Also had a
lads. Here
wicket.
we go. Get up to 8.
Didn't do a lot wrong.
Oh, bowled, yes, little edge, the wrong in. Is the undoing of David Miller. Very well bowled, and another good take from Tom Latham.
Looked as though he might have picked it. I think he's just trying to go with the spin and run it to third man. For a little single. Latham does well because there's a bit of a juggling act. He just tried to run it and it was a feather. And Latham does well to keep his composure. Big breakthrough for New Zealand. Sodhi delighted. And Miller on the way back for 28. 192 for 5.
Dwayne Pretorius is the new batsman. Just in his 6th match. Wouldn't tell you the true story of his batting ability. First class average of 40. 4 centuries. More than useful player. Oh, and some turn straight away.
Great time, lads. Come on, good time.
Ish Sodhi, just that confidence that the wicket will give him. That's a beauty. Follow that with another wrong and see what happens.
Yeah, didn't want to get too far forward, did he? Must feel as though he's going to try and read him off the pitch, which could play right into Sodhi's hands. Nice and full.
Straight away, he's had a go at one. It's going up in the air and Williamson chases it down, but instant concerns. 194 for 5. So maybe 2 overs in this spell. Really search for that wicket of AB de Villiers.
Yeah, and I like the start too from Trent Boult. It's one thing we haven't seen a lot of from New Zealand is the use of that bouncer. So Boult starting this spell with the short ball, yet 2 per over in the one-day format. Villiers hitting into the wind to a big boundary. So I think New Zealand have to take a punt and try and push de Villiers back. Some good short pitch bowling.
And the key is when they go short, they've got to get it high. So if, one, it's going to be hard for him to try and control and get down to the ground. And if he does miscalculate, it's obviously 2 men back on the hook in case he gets top edge and gets it wrong. Saw Boult come back for a 2-over spell earlier and got the breakthrough. That's exactly the reason Williamson's brought him back, just to get one more.
Oh, yes, he has. Yes, he has. There's a little under edge there. They went to the short ball, and it has been the undoing of AB de Villiers, and it's Boult. Trent Boult.
Another good short one. Nice and high. It almost looked like the change-up delivery. Rolled his fingers over it. And a toe end from de Villiers. He knew it. Toe end. Latham did well. Just carried. Absolute delight for Boult. He's come back and done exactly what his captain wanted. The big wicket of AB de Villiers out for 45. It's 199 for 6. Game on.
Chris Morris is the new batsman. New Zealand have dismissed the big player in AB de Villiers. There's still enough in this all-rounders category with Morris, Pretorius, Parnell and Peclaqueo to cause some issues, but they will be very happy to see the back of that man. Under edge, right at the end of the bat. Good work from Latham. Chance, bowler's end, oh, misses. Great work, brilliant work from Ross Taylor. As the South African 200 comes up, with some uncertainty. Either end, oh, could have been close. Possibly Morris had made it. Keeper's end might have been the better option. I'm fine, and fine enough to pick up a boundary.
Not afraid to take it on. Morris, the line that's wrong from Bolt. It's angling it and heading down the leg side. Morris helps it on his way. No chance for fine leg.
Yeah, knew it. The height was good. It's just the line. Morris was just able to help it on its way. Good signs for Trent Bolt, as Morris is going to take it on. Love to see him go again. I think if he gets the line right, could create an opportunity.
So it'll be the last over of this spell for Trent Bolt. Possibly Ish Sodhi back into the attack. 8 overs, 1 for 47 for Sodhi.
Well done, T. Well done. Good running, lads.
Been outstanding support today. Last match of the summer here in Christchurch. There's a chance for Cantabrians to see this Black Cap side this summer. Cracked away on the leg side and good enough. Got plenty of that, did Pretorius.
Well, it's the change of line means the ball has gone in front of square. Man at square leg was on, square just behind, so Pretorius reaching, belting it in front. It's the nature of the sluggishness of the wicket, just out of reach. Santner, I think the man is out there.
Chance, oh yes, there it is, Dean Brownlee. Special little backhand flick from him. Confusion in the middle, and that'll be the end of Morris this time. It was a terrific over for South Africa up until that point, but Brownlee has pulled off a stunner.
Yeah, super bit of fielding. Brilliant. Had to make sure the pickup was clean. It's so easy to take your eye off the ball. And then a lovely little back flick. Never looked like missing. Wonderful bit of fielding and perfect timing for New Zealand. Been a great over as Simon Doull set up until then. And Chris Morris out for 7. 214 for 7.
Left-handed Wayne Parnell is the new man. 214 for 7. Mitchell Santner. 8 overs, 1 for 38. It was the last ball of Trent Bolt's over that produced a run out. South Africa had 10 runs from the over. Didn't need to do anything silly.
Down. Good. Good start, Frank, good start.
Well, Chris Harris had talked about the need for cover to come in. Look how shallow Dean Brownlee was. South African batters weren't aware, and New Zealand get the result.
Down.
Got to be impressed with Trent Bolt. Didn't pick up any wickets at the top, but the 2 times the captain turned to him, Kane Williamson, and said, "We need a wicket." got 3 wickets and 2 2-over spells. Turn this match on its head.
Well done. Take the dog. Good dog, please, lads. Good dog.
Don't mind that from Santner either. New man in, tempt him, toss it up nice and high above his eyes and say, if you're prepared to take me on, fair play.
Oh, LBW. Yes, it is. Wayne Parnell knew it straight away. Quicker one from Santner. And wickets tumbling now. They've got a review available, but not sure Wayne Parnell wants to waste it, just in case.
Well, you have to review that, but Parnell's decided not. It's a lovely change of pace again from Santner. The change up 94 kilometres per hour on the back of a very slow delivery is too good for Wayne Parnell. That's wicket to wicket, and there would be no point reviewing that because that is plum.
Yeah, that's what you want to see when you haven't reviewed it. You want to see that it's absolutely right in front, and it was. And Parnell out for a duck, and it's 214 for 8.
And Dile Peclaqueo is the new batsman. He was one of the heroes from Hamilton just a few nights ago. Along with AB de Villiers, got the job done.
Off stump. Off stump there.
Santner's picked up his second wicket.
Come on, boys. Bang, bang. Take 9. Take 9, boys.
Straight away, cuts. Picks up 1.
Yeah, quicker one from Santner. Just skidded on, and Parnell knew as soon as he missed it, he was in big, big trouble. Didn't even bother to review it. And that's the reason why, wicket to wicket, hitting the middle of leg stump or the inside of leg stump. Great bowling from Santner.
Down.
Late. So late. Southey. The chase. Good running, though. Goes full. 4's not a great result. Sodhi can't get round. 4 runs only from the over. 221 for 8.
Santner has been good with his variations today. He's made it tough. Pretorius on strike. Wide, goes wide. It's in the air. It's taken down there at long off. Maybe not. Trent Bolt's dropped it. New Zealand players were running from all quarters, and so was I out the window.
Dropped it.
Thought as I looked out the window that he managed to grab it, but in fact he's put it down. There.
Should have caught it. It was excellent bowling. Santner tossed it up, bowled it wider. Pretorius fell for it and didn't hit it well enough. Trent Bolt got there in the end, but couldn't complete the catch. How important is this going to be?
Down. Good. Well done, Brizza.
Run rate, 10.20 runs per over. Only an issue when you haven't got wickets in hand, and that is the case now for South Africa. There's 2 players left. Nifty touch down towards third man. Can Sodhi get it? Sodhi can't. Valuable runs.
Well, New Zealand favoured to win this, but they can't take it for granted. Both these players can hit aggressively towards the latter part of the innings.
He's got his own style, hasn't he, Peclaqueo, but it's quite effective.
Yes, Link. Love that, mate.
I've enjoyed Santner's bowling in the last few games. I've enjoyed the fact that he's tossing it up there and he's getting turn. Of all the spin bowlers, on display. He's the one spinning it the most. He's showing real development.
Took pace off that last one, which was a good idea, and he has mixed up his pace well today. Gave Bechlekwa nothing to work with when he tried to play that reverse sweep.
Great set. Well done.
5 off the over, good enough from New Zealand's point of view. It's 226 for 8.
Down. Good, good. And
Push for 2. Just the one.
Well done.
Felikua's really got to risk it now.
Great job.
South Africa to win, they need to find the rope, and they've got to find it often.
Off stump.
Means from both ends.
New Zealand have played well today. They were asked to bat first by Abie de Villiers, and they compiled a good score.
Down. Brilliant. Well done. One's a good, lads. One's a good. Come through, boy. Hey.
Had some good partnerships, New Zealand, and paced their innings well. South Africa, on the other hand, in the run chase, just kept losing wickets at the wrong times. Top order
One's a good, lads. Come on.
didn't contribute enough. There were no real big scores there, except for the half century by Quinton de Kock.
That is some shot, that. It's gone the whole way over cover for 6. That is raw power.
And each side he may think twice about trying to buy a wicket by tossing it up there. Gave him the loopy one. And it was an invitation he took up, and boy did he hit that well.
It's him a long way, Dwayne Pretorius. Dangerous.
Down east. East. Get you. Quick, East. Nice, East.
It's a long boundary. It's not an easy shot to hit the whole way. .78 metres on the fly. Oh, he's hit that hard. And a long, long way. Oh, he's kicked into gear. Pretorius, look out.
He's well capable of this sort of stuff, Dwayne Pretorius. Seen him do it in domestic cricket at South Africa on a number of occasions. Just a terrific strike. It was a hard length. It was in that arc. He played it beautifully.
One more boundary in this over. And South Africa are so much back in this game. Got a strike. Oh, and he's going to get one. He's going to burgle one down the fine leg. Shake of the head maybe, and now for Kane Williamson, there's some serious thinking to be done, some consultation. South Africa will not lie down here.
You need these sorts of things in these situations. The arsey one. It's 4 on the scoreboard. 4 off the required runs.
Nothing wrong with that delivery either.
Oh, this was a great shot. Bear in mind he'd always hit Sodhi over extra cover for 6. Oh, it's panicking now. Panic, a bit of panic in the ranks. I always say it's all about the pressure on the bowlers in this situation, because the batsman will react. The bowler starts the action.
That's a poor delivery too. Jen Bolt would be aware of the fact that he dropped that crucial catch an over or so before, so that'll be in his memory as well.
Another wide. It's mounting.
Wobble. All of a sudden, the wheels have started to wobble.
Just 39 now required for victory. Some nervous New Zealand players out there.
More on the spot, but the damage in this over has been done. 14 so far. 2 balls to come.
Come back over to you, batsman. 2 to come.
This has turned into a very long over. Bolt will just want this over to come to an end.
It's now under 9 and over to win. Oh, how did that miss? The perfect Yorker.
It's a good one. Right up there in the block hole. So close to that off stump.
Looks grumpy, doesn't he, Bolt? He can fix the situation by getting one of those on target.
Another single. Safely home. 15 off that over. And now it's 253 for 8.
Yes, Ish. Beautiful, Ish. What ball, buddy?
That was there to hit.
Every dot, lads. Come on, dots and
Certainly was. You can expect Sodhi to bowl the googly to the left-hander, the one that spins away from Bechlekwayo. And that was it.
Oh, beautifully bowled. Great loop, great turn.
He's not picking him, is he? That's a good option. There he was trying to hit with the spin to what he thought was the spin. To go over long on. Didn't spin the way he thought.
Yes, Ish. Beautiful.
Push for 2 again.
Brilliant, lads. Brilliant, lads. Outstanding.
Bechlekwayo's got to do something here. Pretorius is by far the stronger hitter, the more dangerous player from New Zealand's point of view at the moment.
Bechlekwayo will need to play his part here, though. I don't think Pretorius can win this on his own. He'll need his partner to chip in.
Wait! Well done. Well done, Ish.
That is an over to saver from New Zealand's point of view. Just 4 from it. And that situation is really good. 257 for 8. Gets it fine, gets 4. He tried to hit the wide hole, but Pretorius was better for it.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Pretorius. How's he done this? This is exactly where you want to bowl it. This was the plan. Executed expertly, right on the line. And it still goes for 4.
This was brilliant. Dwayne Pretorius, he predicted that. He knew it was going to be there.
Oh, will the plan stay the same? The field has. Can he do it twice? Straight. Straight. Santner has to get across. Santner can't. Back-to-back boundaries. And now South Africa are very much back in it.
Well, New Zealand just for now losing the plot. Boundaries early in the over, exactly what South Africa and Dwayne Pretorius wanted.
He's gone too straight. Looking to go full, too full, but too straight as well. He's got to back that plan. It was a freak shot. It was a freak shot, the one that went for 4 off the Yorker that was wide of off stump. He needs to show faith in something here, Southey. Show faith in his plan and execute it.
8 off the first 2. Now South Africa really don't need to panic here. Another 3 off this over, 3 or 4. Crunches it through the offside. They've got to push for 2. Got to go for 2. Can he get back? close, really close. I think he's made it. Good flat throw, not flat and fast enough.
Comfortable, good running, good aggressive running.
The Grandhomme with the arm, and his arm's usually pretty good. But the running, the judgment, far better.
It just took half a second before letting that go to Grandhomme to size up what end. What end did he want it to throw to? And it was that half a second that allowed Pretorius to get back.
Some innings this, 48 from 24 balls. And it's a wide. New Zealand are just starting to crumble here. Their senior bowlers bowling extra balls.
I'll tell you what, that leave there by Pretorius shows that he's got a clear mind in the situation. Others would have had a big swing at that. You never know. Toe end it for one, but he'll pick up the one and get an extra ball. So he's thinking clearly. He's focused. But the game at his fingertips.
Just a single. It's so gettable now. 21 from 14.
Totally. South Africa got out of jail in Hamilton during that first one-day international. Are they going to do the same today? If they win this one and take a 2-0 lead, they'll take some catching.
Well, they got New Zealand in an area of the game where I don't think they backed themselves. I don't think New Zealand really backed themselves when someone is hitting and they need to have a clear death plan.
Well, what they've got to do now is construct a wicket. They have to construct a wicket, a run out or something. They have to get a wicket, otherwise they won't win, because Pretorius' hitting is too good. They have to get somebody out and get Imran Tahir in. They bat the overs. At this rate, they win. Got to get a wicket. Next best thing.
At the back of their mind will be that missed opportunity, that dropped catch, a couple of overs or so. That was game over. Here's a look at it. It was a good piece of bowling, a slower, wider delivery. Should have been taken. Trent Boult got there quite easily in the end.
Southee. Down the ground for one. Whale will keep the strike. But that's a mighty over for South Africa. 13 from it. It's 270 for 8. Cracking Yorker. A ripper.
Good delivery. Spot on, Trent Boult. But they need a wicket, the Black Caps.
Right, Pec Lequoc is probably thinking he needs a boundary now. Rather than just trying to get Pretorius on strike, I think he should still look for a safe single.
Oh, he's done it again. That's all right. The good thing from New Zealand's point of view, it looks as if Boult has got the range pretty good. It's not about the pace, it's about the accuracy and making it almost impossible to get any sort of leverage under the ball. Threaten the big numbers. He's practicing that, but it's very hard to hit those Yorkers.
It is. Dwayne Pretorius managed to get a couple of them away. One to fine leg, one to third man.
Well, they're bringing mid-off up, which could be a bit dangerous. Leaves anything over the top of extra cover, mid-off, available to him. Beautifully bowled, wonderfully bowled.
Gee, that's good from Boult after an over where he'd left very, very angry. He's found his range, and 50 for Pretorius. It's a meaningless number, though, in this situation, isn't it? The number's 290. That's what matters.
50 off 26. Dwayne Pretorius.
Great over in terms of length from Trent Boult. And again, he hits the spot. Got to go for 2. Got a fumble, triple fumble from Brownlee. 16 from 8.
He's got to find a boundary in himself here, Pekliquaye. What's in Bolt's advantage here is that if he's got this Yorker happening, he knows that these players aren't going to try to play one of those fiddly little scoops, so he can keep putting that Yorker in there.
And he does. Terrific over this under trying circumstances.
Oh, this is brilliant when you think about the last over from Bolt.
Important delivery this. He's got to finish it off. South Africa need 15.
You sense they need a boundary here, South Africa. Somewhere they've got to produce a boundary from an impeccable length if they can. The options to do that are to run the ball past the keeper if you can. You don't need to get the ball, the bat under the ball for that. And he's bowling right on target. What a terrific response from Trent Bolt. And the danger man, Pretorius, after a wonderful exhibition of hitting, has to leave.
Misses the full one, Dwayne Pretorius, but he played well. He kept South Africa in the game. Full delivery, Bolt going for the Yorker.
Well, because he charged him in the end, the full toss got high. It got difficultly high for Pretorius, so he couldn't get any leverage. He couldn't free his arms. He goes for 50. What a valiant effort. 275 for 9.
Right then, Pretorius is gone.
You might look at the wicket, the ball that got the wicket there, and you might think it wasn't a particularly great delivery, but it was the 5 previous. The Yorker length meant that Pretorius felt he had to charge. He had to knock him off that length. He had to create something out of a Yorker length. So by charging, in the end, the full toss became uncomfortably high for him.
Length, spot on the first 5. Forced Pretorius into having to do something to combat that length, and he couldn't counter what followed. Here's Southey, the last over, 15 to win. Got to take it, won't take it. Well then, Pekliquaye, it's on your shoulders.
Good start to the over by Tim Southey, got the Yorker in as well. Ideally, they need Pekliquaye off strike.
Tahir's not that bad, is he? Or is he that bad?
He'll have a swing, but he's not great. You're not going to back him to get you 12 or 13 or 3 or 4 deliveries.
Oh, New Zealand have found it. They've found the spot. When it's really mattered, Bolt and Southey have found the length they needed.
Well, players playing the little scoops and paddles have, I think, meant that good old-fashioned Yorkers become underrated nowadays. Well, if you can land it to the right players, the right time, it's still one of the finest defensive balls of the game.
And again, it could end up being a maiden. I get it.
That's good bowling. So Pekliquaye needs to get a maximum of this delivery. He's got 3 left.
Well, he was the hero in Hamilton, but it's not looking likely he's going to be the hero of Christchurch. That 21 from 31 is just not good enough.
This is staggering.
I don't get it. After 3 balls, you'd think, well, it's not going to be my time. Maybe it's his.
Exactly. Top delivery. Hasn't wavered at this over. The first 4 balls have been spot on from Tim Southey.
21 from 32 in this situation. Strike rate 66. Not good enough. He'll get 4 there. but New Zealand won't mind. Because they surely ain't going to get 11 off the last ball.
Why didn't he try that earlier? Why didn't he try that first ball of the over? He knew it was likely to be bowled. He knew New Zealanders were going to try to bowl that Yorker.
Well, crazy stuff at times. And you think what Pretorius had done at the other end. He just needed a bit more help. And he hit that one down the ground as well for 4. But it doesn't matter. Back-to-back boundaries, and Kane Williamson affords himself a smile because his side have levelled the series. Really wonderful performance. His bowlers stood tall when it mattered. It was only when the game was out of reach that Southie's length faltered. Yeah, terrific performance. It's only a narrow margin, so South Africa will sit in the dressing room and wonder, how do we let that one get away? New Zealand will take it any day of the week.
Unfortunately, from South Africa's point of view, in the run chase, they kept losing wickets at regular intervals. The top order couldn't really string the big scores together, but in the end, they still got pretty close, but a much better performance today from New Zealand.
Another twisty-turny, topsy-turvy match, wasn't it, between these two? And if it continues in this fashion, we're in for a lot of entertainment for the rest of this one-day series and then hopefully into the test match. But that was a cracking game.
Well, the hero of the day is Ross Taylor. Bowlers did their job. They defended that score. But anyone that was here or anyone watching will remember the day Ross Taylor broke Nathan Astor's record. And when he broke it, it meant something. It meant a victory. And that makes it even sweeter. New Zealand 289 for 4. South Africa in reply 283 for 9. New Zealand winning by just 6 runs. And the series heading to Wellington, next port of call, is level at 1 apiece. Tantalising.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.